Oh.
The queasy feeling I was holding back threatens to spill out after I hear those words.
眠いです。眠っていいですか？
ああ、そうしなさい。今は無理をせず、体を休ませてあげないとね。
The doctor continues smiling. Honestly, it makes me feel uneasy.
先生、一つ聞いていいですか？
Sure, I guess.
何かな、
Hmm.
四季君。
Where's your mom?
Okay.
Or... Yeah.
He clearly said Shiki-kun.
Uh-huh. Oh,
not
yeah, Mr. Tono.
Not Tono-san
Yeah.
or like
That's localization there.
But the fact that he's just calling this kid Shiki is like relevant.
I would think it is too.
It's awfully familiar to be speaking with some random child.
Well, unless that's just the way the doctor's supposed to refer to you in Japan.
どうして体中に落書きをしているんですか？この部屋もところどころひびだらけで、今にも崩れちゃいそうです。
Pro tip: get a knife and see what happens if you cut one. For a brief second, the smile vanishes from the doctor's face. Then he rises out of his seat, smile reapplied. His shoes clack against the floor as he disappears behind the curtain.
やはり脳に異常があるようだ。
There's something wrong with his head.
脳外科の芦谷先生に連絡を。それと、
No.
神経にも損傷の疑いがあるな。
No, anyone but him.
眼科検査に回すように。
No, Dr. Ashiya, please. Keep that man away. I will squirt orange juice into his eye if he comes in this room. I swear to God. The doctor whispers to his nurse, his voice cold and harsh, starkly different from before.
Not using his bedside manner voice.
変なの。
Yeah.
みんな体に落書きしてる。
The frenzied lines cling to every surface of the hospital. I don't know why, but just seeing them is enough to make me feel sick.
なんだろう、これ。
There are even scribbles on my bed. I touch one of them with my finger. Schwick. The finger slides in. If I had something thinner, I bet I could go even further.
Oh,
I'd grab
man.
a plastic knife off a nearby tray and trace one of the scribbles with it. With no effort at all, the knife sinks down to the handle. Enjoying myself, I glide the knife along the lines in the bed.
Wow, he got to that awful quick.
With a heavy sound, the bed falls neatly into two pieces. I turn to the voice behind me. The shriek belongs to a nurse standing at the door, her face stiff with shock. Doctor, I just watched a patient cut a knife or bed in half with a plastic knife.
どうやってベッドを壊したんだね、四季君。
What do you mean how I broke the bed?
What makes you think I could do that?
Right.
I noticed the doctor hasn't asked me why I broke it, but how.
その線をなぞったら切れたんだよ。
You know, I followed the lines and the knife just cut the bed in half.
ねえ、どうしてこの病院はひびだらけなの？
いい加減にしないか、四季君。そんな線なんてないんだ。それで、どうやってベッドを壊したんだい？
I followed the
教えてくれ
lines.
ないかな。
だから線をなぞっただけなんだ。
わかった。この話はまた明日にしよう。
The doctor lets out a sigh. He stops smiling as soon as I mentioned the scribbles. I guess his switch is broken. Aw, poor dude. I mean, you can always get another one. It's not like they're that expensive.
Yeah.
This hospital is full of broken things.
Yeah.
In the end, no one believed me. No matter what it is, I can cut it cleanly by slicing the lines with a knife. I don't even need to put any muscle into it. It's easy, like cutting paper with a pair of scissors. The bed, the chair, the desk, the walls, and even the floor. None of them are any different. And I've never tried it, but I'm positive it would be the same for people, too. No one else can see the scribbles. Only I can. I think it's because everything is falling apart. And these are the seams holding them together. Just like my chest. It still hasn't fully healed after the operation, so they've stitched me up where it would otherwise fall apart. That's gotta be it. I mean, how else could a kid like me cut up a whole wall? The nurse screams again. Seeing the holes in the wall, she glares in my direction. Her shriek goes on and on. Luckily, something is up with my ears, so it doesn't sound all that loud to me.
Oh.
The drawn-out noise fills me with dread, like the sound of a burning cicada. Shiki? Shiki? Why do you know what a burning cicada sounds like?
Yeah.
Do you go around lighting cicadas on fire,
It might
Shiki?
mean like just a cicada that gets too close to a bonfire or something. Still, a very weird analogy.
Everything is in tatters. The idea of opening my eyes, of living at all, is enough to make me want to disappear. All this time, I never knew about the stitches holding the world together, and how easily they can break. No one else sees them. It's not true. The other Shiki sees, well, different.
She's presumably somewhere around.
That's why they can go on living just fine. They don't know about the cracks all around us. They don't know how damaged their lives are. But I see it all. It chills me to the bone, holding me in place. Since it happened, everything sounds muffled, like my ears have been stuffed. Only the gash in my chest screams like a siren. But what happened? And when? No matter how hard I try, I can't remember. And scratching my head over it doesn't help either. My brain must have gotten rid of that information to make space for something more important. But the questions still leak out like water from a tap.
Oh, I think I get it. The pieces all fit. That's why there's no mirror in here. If there was, the very first thing I would do is...
Fuck it?
Kill it? I'd be laughing while it lay there shattered. Which means they're not the ones in danger of breaking. It's me who's broken. Now it all makes sense. Why 2 weeks have passed and no one believes me. Why 2 weeks have passed and no one's come to see me. Why 2 weeks have passed and I'm the only one living in this stitched together world. Well,
I don't want to be in this hospital anymore. I don't want to be surrounded by these scribbles. I have to get somewhere, far away, where there won't be any people around. I'm not the weird one. It's this place that's weird, I tell myself as I make a run for it.
yeah, okay.
But the wound in my chest stops me from getting too far. By the time I realize it, I've ended up in the field next to the hospital. I didn't get very far at all. Ow! My chest is burning. I squat to the ground miserably, battling a bout of coughs. I can't stay here, but I can't go anywhere else either. There's nowhere to go for someone who can see all of the stitching. Another wave of coughs hits me. No one's around. A sea of grass at the end of the summer. It wouldn't be the worst place to disappear. The thought is suddenly interrupted.
君、そんなところでしゃがんでると危ないわよ。
There she is. The voice of a woman cuts through to my ears, clear as crystal. I recognize the voice of Haruka Tamatsu.
Hey, look, it's little Ritsuka.
It is Little Ritsuka.
Some of these character signs bleed together a little.
絵じゃな
My
いでしょ。
girl! My girl! I love you.
ただでさえちっこいんだから草むらでうずくまってると見えないのよね。気をつけなさい。危うく蹴り飛ばされるところだったん
You
だ
were
か
gonna
ら。
punch him like a football.
Kick the baby!
Yeah.
That sounds like an Aoko move.
Yeah. The woman scolds away, her finger pointed at me grumpily.
Is it? It appears to be holding a briefcase behind her back, and the other one's just kind of
At her
doing a huffy pose on her hip.
Well, yeah.
But goddamn, she's still Aoko. I feel anger creep up inside me. I'm not that small. I'm only the fourth shortest of my class.
Wow, that's it, huh?
蹴り飛ばされるって誰に？
Me, duh.
Yeah.
バカね。そんなの決まってるじゃない。
God, you remind me of this annoying kid that I used to know.
ここにいるのは私と君だけなんだから。
You and I are the only ones
私以外
here.
に誰がいるってい
Who else
う
would
の？
kick you but me?
The woman sure looks proud of herself, crossing her arms like that.
ここで会ったのも何かの縁だし、少し話し相手になってくれない？私は青崎青子って言うんだけど、君は？
Good old ow ow. That said, I have a strong suspicion that whatever occurs during Tsukihime 2,
Uh-huh.
or not Tsukihime 2, sorry, Mahoyo 2,
Oh.
I don't think Shiki gets to live forever.
You mean Sojiro?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
My brain is
Oh.
super fucked
Yeah,
by
hard
being
to
in a
say.
different game. Like, I don't think he gets to live.
Well, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm actually not clear on whether the events of Mahoyo happened here, but we're clearly dealing with a future Aoko who's just in red mode all the time.
Perma redshift.
I believe she stays like that. I don't think she goes back to brown hair, really.
I think the original intent was, and they also shifted the timeline for here as well to make this work.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm pretty sure the intent is that this is that Aoko. That this does follow on from
Oh, well, yeah.
Mahoyo
Hmm.
chronologically. Same universe and everything.
Well, maybe.
She speaks casually, like one friend to another, and offers out her hand. Seeing no reason to refuse, I introduce myself as Shiki Tono, and accept her offered hand like I'm being pulled in magnetically. Talking to her is fun. She doesn't shoot down anything I say just because I'm a kid, and she treats me like a person, listening to my every word. I tell her all about myself. I tell her about home, about my long family lineage, how my dad is tough on etiquette and stern all the time. How I have a little sister, Akiha, who's really quiet and follows me everywhere. How I always play with Akiha and her friends in the garden, which is as big as a forest since we have a huge mansion. How the attic is our secret spot. How I'm bad at word games. How everyone says I'm going to grow taller.
Even though you haven't yet.
How I used to like the smell of hospitals, but now I don't. How I love the sky when it's clear and blue, but looking at it makes me want to cry. How I'm glad to be alive. How I don't even hate the doctor with the pretend smile. I surprise myself. I keep yapping away feverishly,
Just wanted someone to
おっ
talk
と
to, huh?
もうこんな時間